When designer Todd Snyder was thinking about the campaign for his winter collection, called American Classics, he mused to himself, what would someone like Miles Davis or Phillip Johnson wear if they were arriving in New York today? The campaign, which features statement pieces such as an alpaca Balmacaan topcoat, $1,998, and a charcoal flannel Sutton Suit featuring Gurkha-style trousers, $298 to $996, is inspired by the mid-century creatives responsible for Abstract Expressionism, the method, Bebop and Modernism, adds Snyder. Naturally, I thought of my friend Matt Bomer, who has a very sophisticated style that's rooted in the classics, continues the designer. You can picture him as a mid-century modern architect. Styled by GQ creative director-at-large Jim Moore and photographed by Kenny Thomas, the ads were shot at the Glass House, the famed modernist Connecticut residence built by Johnson in the late 1940s. We picked Phillip Johnson's Glass House as the location for the shoot, which was the perfect fit, says Snyder. The only hitch was that we were shooting a winter campaign on a super hot and humid day in July. Matt was such a trooper even as we kept piling layers upon layers of cashmere and tweed on him. You know that old line, never let them see you sweat? That was Matt on the shoot. Snyder says that Bomer, a longtime friend of the brand, was always an obvious choice because the Golden Globe award-winning actor stars this fall in two period pieces. The Showtime series Fellow Travelers about two men whose romance begins in the 1950s during the height of the McCarthy era, and the upcoming Leonardo Bernstein biopic Maestro. This is a one-two punch that will undoubtedly take his career to new heights, says Snyder, who first met Bomer at the CFDA Awards in 2012. Asked to name what he considers the hero piece worn by Bomer in the campaign, Snyder picks the oversized double-breasted topcoat. The coat is inspired by a vintage British military style known as a warm, because it is meant to keep you warm in the field. It's slightly oversized with a large lapel that you can bundle yourself up in, and the Italian fabric is a luxe blend of cashmere and wool. It's maybe not the most useful style for LA, but come visit us in New York this February. In a statement, Bomer, who also wears Todd Snyder's English Benchmade loafers from his ongoing partnership with Sanders, describes what drew him to the campaign. From older movies, I developed an appreciation of great style, Cary Grant, Paul Newman, that Ivy League look from the 50s and 60s, which is why Todd's aesthetic always speaks to that, says Bomer. The nature of fashion is that it's constantly in flux, but there are certain staples that you can sort of ground your wardrobe with. It's about wearing something that may be just outside of my comfort zone, but also really accessible and relatable. The Todd Snyder Winter Collection, which the designer further describes as modern takes on what a Hollywood actor might have worn mid-century, launches today exclusively at toddsnyder.com and at Todd Snyder retail stores. Scroll on for more images of Bomer and Todd Snyder's Winter Collection campaign.